Okay, so this is the report card for how the president has done thus far. Look, really strong numbers when it comes to the border. He's at 55% approval. Does well on foreign policy, too. Look at the border crossings at the southwest border. In March, they were down 95% from a year ago. And Americans largely approve of, how he's getting bad people out of this country, despite what's happening in the courts. But when it comes to the economy, this is where it's a little trickier, and this is where his numbers have gone south. He's struggling on the economy overall with a 38% approval rating. On tariffs, it's even lower at 33%, and his handling of inflation also at 33%. Many Americans believe that the tariffs are inflationary or will be inflationary. That's the worry.
President Trump's poll numbers are down, or more specifically, his disapproval rating is higher than his approval rating, with everything with the exception of the border. That being said, the real question is, so what are the Democrats doing? And the reality is nothing productive. More on their poll numbers in a second, but what they're doing is things like staging sit-ins in the Capitol, which is non-productive. They're actually spending time visiting violent criminal, human smuggling, illegal immigrants that have been deported. I'm talking about Garcia that got sent back to his home country. And they're doing that rather than spending time consoling the victims of violent criminal, illegal immigrants. They're also talking about, believe it or not, impeaching Donald Trump once again. And as a result, their poll numbers are tanking. Take a look at this video.
This, I think, is a revolt that is going on within the Democratic Party right now. Democrats on Dem leaders in Congress, the belief that they will do the right thing when it comes to the economy. Last year at this time, 80% believed that the Democratic leaders in Congress would do the right thing when it comes to the economy. And keep in mind, this is Democrats. Look at where we are now. That number has been slashed in half to just 39%. Holy Toledo, that is the lowest number by far in Gallup polling. The lowest previous was just 60%, which is 21 points higher than this. Democrats hate what their congressional leaders in Washington are doing right now on the key issue of the day, the economy, and their confidence has fallen through the floor.
So what does all this mean? What are these poll numbers telling us? And the truth of the matter is President Trump and his administration are doing better than the alternative, which is the Democrats. That's clearly the case. His poll numbers may be down, but they haven't dropped nearly the rate at which the Democrat poll numbers have dropped. So his administration's plan is working. He is securing the border. We are deporting violent criminal illegal immigrants. In the process, we're finding activist judges that are breaking the law in the process of us trying to deport these illegal immigrants. And as a result, they're being arrested and disbarred. That's a good thing. So the border is becoming more secure. The tariffs are working. We are engaging in trade deals with countries, not the least of which is China. China's already backpedaled on its tariffs on our country. We are bringing manufacturing back home to this country. Just one example is Apple bringing iPhone manufacturing back to the U.S. In other words, taking iPhone manufacturing out of China and bringing it back home, which is fantastic. We're talking about iPhones. We're not talking about trinkets. We're talking about an extremely productive, high profit margin product, bringing manufacturing back to the U.S. We will rebuild manufacturing in this country. That will rebuild the middle class. We will have more prosperity. The reality is it's just going to take time. We are more secure globally. President Trump just sat down with Zelensky at the Vatican during the Pope's funeral. They had a very productive conversation. We will get a mineral rights deal, just as Trump promised, and he will end that war in Ukraine. It just takes time, and that's really the hitch in the get along. We're so short-term focused, and I get it, but we need to be a little bit long-term focused. And I'm not talking, 3, 5, 8 years from now. I'm talking give it a year. It takes time to shift gears. It takes time to bring more manufacturing back to this country, but it's happening. We just need to be a little bit patient, and we need to be faithful. Pray for the country, pray for the Trump administration, pray for law enforcement, and be patient. Good things are coming. It just takes a little bit of time. Like I said, hopefully within a year, we see it turning around. Everybody just focus on being positive, just being the great people we are, contributing more than we consume. This will work out. Just have to shift our mindset a little bit. As always, until next time, God bless. Love you all.